Hey everybody, my name is William Lutnowski, and this is take 2 of my CD video I was trying to put out. So, a while ago I released a video about my CD collection, which has since expanded wildly because I went out and bought more CDs. Most of them are from thrift stores. I was given a few CDs by parents or friends of parents. I refound a few of my old CDs, so this one's just all around bigger, because the last one was just filled with new CDs that I have gained since, I started the channel. I can't wear the mask anymore, but yeah, so most of these are new. I will still be showing old ones too, but here we go. So we're going to start with Offspring Americana, Smash Mouth Astro Lounge, Evanescence Fallen, MCR or My Chemical Romance Welcome to the Black Parade. The cover is missing because the cover is actually what that gigantic long rectangular puzzle poster is. This one will get me judged by a lot of music critics, but Limp Bizkit's $3 bill roll, don't judge me. Alkaline Trio, Irony and Agony, Agony and Irony. Lit, A Place in the Sun. Now we are on to my favorite band ever, Green Day's Nimrod, Green Day's Uno. The cover's missing because I made it into a poster off somewhere else. I got the censored version because I bought it at Walmart, and they have all their albums censored. This album is censored. This album isn't censored though, but this album is censored. But yeah. So yeah, this is The Father of All Motherfuckers. It's their newest album, and it's not as bad as everyone says it is. Then we have Dookie, which didn't actually come in a case, or the case was lost a while ago. So when I found it, it didn't have a case. But yeah, it's a classic. Then we have Linkin Park's debut album, Hybrid Theory. Then we have, I believe it's Avril Lavigne's second album, Under My Skin, which the cover is not missing, but there was a poster inside it. That's what that square poster is. Then we have Incubus, Make Yourself. Sum 41's album, Underclass Hero. And Blink-182's Enema of the State. And that is my punk music. Next we will be moving on to heavy metal. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one, but I also have Life on a Murder Scene, which is the My Chemical Romance live album. Somewhere we have 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, but it's not in my personal collection. It's in a tote. And I'm too lazy to go get it and add it to my personal collection. The CDs that I would consider mine, or CDs that I would listen to all the time, because not all these are mine, are CDs that are in my room right now. And American Idiot, which is not in my room right now. But yeah. Then I add it to my collection, or I hold on to it because, I actually listen to most CDs. But yeah, this is all the punk. Well, technically My Chemical Romance is emo, but I don't have a lot of emo CDs, so yeah. Now we're on to the heavy metal stuff. Person who claims to not like metal that much, this is pretty ridiculous. Look at how big this is. I'm gonna say right now, the majority of this isn't CDs that I take ownership of. Most of them belong to my parents. Let's go through them, shall we? Okay, first we have, this is not a metal CD. I don't know what this is, but we're just gonna put that away. And we're gonna move on to 6 AM, the Heroin Diaries soundtrack. Yeah, we got this one. I really don't want to say it because YouTube will have me get in trouble for using that language. Mushroomhead XX. Beneath the Sky, What Demons Do to Saints. I don't know why it's upside down, but it is. Cold Chambers self-titled album. I don't care what it says. It says Coma White, but this is actually Marilyn Manson's Mechanical Animals. Yeah, most of these, if they're in the orange case, chances are they either didn't have a case or they've been burnt onto discs from a computer. We have a 9 Inch Nails Pretty Hate Machine. Yeah, I know it says Nin, but that's 9 Inch Nails. Which is in I and then backwards in. Okay, then we have Avenged Sevenfold, Sounding the Seventh Trumpet. This is not my favorite Avenged Sevenfold album. My favorite Avenged Sevenfold album is actually Nightmare, obviously. It has my favorite song on it. I believe it has my favorite song on it. My favorite Avenged Sevenfold song is Welcome to the Family. Okay, then we have the first metal album I ever actually got into, Rage Against the Machines. Okay, yeah. Then we have Five Finger Death Punch, the first installment of The Wrong Side of Heaven and The Righteous Side of Hell, aka all of what I just said, Volume 1. Then we have two Atreyu albums. Congregation of the Damned and The Curse. I just find it really cool because Atreyu is also the name of a buffalo hunter from the Neverending Story. Okay, then we have three Cottonmouth King albums. Speaking of which, I have the poster from Mile High right over there. It's blocked by this light, but there is a poster for Mile High. But yeah, speaking of which, we have Mile High, Hidden Stash 420, and Hidden Stash 5 Bong Loads and B-Sides. And that is the Cottonmouth King songs, albums, Fudge albums. Then we have an untitled and unnamed metal album. Then we have Conclusion with the Rendezvous Poem 2009. Killing Time, Heed, or Head. I don't know how to pronounce that. Then we have Alpex Twins Come to Daddy EP. I had to label it because it wasn't labeled. We have two albums by Burning Skies and one convenient disc. Burning Skies is a smaller metal band, but they're pretty rock. That's not a compliment coming from a person who analyzes lyrics. Okay, next we have System of a Down Sealless album. I used to have Toxicity, but I don't know where it went. Next we have the Suicide Machines. I've never actually heard of them, but they're the Suicide Machines. Then we have Every Time I Die, which various albums. Then we have AFI December Underground, and two more Marilyn Manson albums, which are Smell Like Children and Portrait of an American Family. Okay, and next we are on to movie soundtracks. Let's get going. This is actually a pretty decent stack for a person who loves movies. Let's get going. Most of these are musical soundtracks. These are just soundtracks for anything, though. Hairspray, the movie soundtrack. I do not own anything remotely related to the musical soundtrack. I actually own the musical and the original John Waters movie, both on DVD. Okay, then we got the Peanuts movie soundtrack. Grease, the movie soundtrack. My Girl, Mamma Mia's Broadway soundtrack. Almost Alice, which is another way to say the Alice in Wonderland Tim Burton soundtrack. 2007's Alvin and the Chipmunks soundtrack. A bunch of 80s movies hits. Underworld Evolution. This is Dane Cook's Rough Around the Edges. The New Guy soundtrack. Barbra Streisand. Devil's Rejects. That is rock. Okay. Friends, the soundtrack. Spring Awakening, Broadway soundtrack. High School Musical movie soundtrack. This. Touched by an Angel soundtrack. And then part 3 of the Metalocalypse soundtrack. Okay, I'm not going to switch, we're just going to go straight into rock. We got Crazy Town, The Gift of Game. We got 3 Guns N' Roses albums. We got Appetite for Destruction. Then we got Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. This is 1, this is 2. Those are good albums. Then we got the Bon Jovi classics, which got Living on a Prayer, Always, Wanted Dead or Alive, You Give Love a Bad Name, Bad Medicine, which is my favorite of his, and then I'll Be There For You. Those are the ones I know. Okay, then we got, this one will be for later. Then we got Motley Crue, Theater of Pain, which the only song I know in here is Smoking in the Boys' Room. Okay, back to this. Now we have an album that means the world to me. The CD's in horrible, horrible shape. But the album itself means the absolute world to me. This is Sheeza's Love What's Left. Sheeza, I found the band Sheeza at probably one of the worst years of my life, which was 2019. My dad had left. I got my heart broken for the first time, which as a teenager you'll realize it doesn't matter or anything. And I felt like all of my peers hated me. And then one of my not so favorite teachers left and was replaced for a English lab, which is for people who are either bad at English or didn't try. I didn't try. I'm actually really good at English. But the people that didn't try were sent to an English lab. And the English lab teacher had to go look after her niece for the rest of the year. And was replaced by... Let's see if I can pull this out. I actually didn't know about that, but there is... Oh shit, yeah, there's CDs. Anyway, that person right there. Susan Wilson personally was able to change my life. And most of that was in the fact that she was in a band. Half of that was in the fact that she took a simple song I wrote about the prejudice that the LGBT community faces despite being as popular as they are now, a very personal song to me, a person who is struggling with his own identity as a person. And she actually took the song, like, I had her read it, make sure it was a good song. I had no idea what she was going to do with it. What she did with it, however, was amazing. She actually took the song, changed around some things, and obviously she's credited me for it, but then she played it during English, during study hall, because I also had study hall with her, so 2 classes with her, and everyone's mind was blown. So, although it was obviously me who won over the affection, I'll use that word loosely, of my peers in the end through a story I'm not going to explain, this album itself and the band itself kind of like made going through middle school easier, but now I'm in high school, so I don't have to worry about that sort of thing. But I recommend everyone to subscribe to the She's Band, link in the description. Link in the description to the album, this album, their EP, and their channel. Maybe even their Instagram, because this is an amazing band, and I think everyone should hear their greatness. Like they need me to support. They don't have that many subscribers, but people know them, especially if you live in Lafayette. Because of the coronavirus, you can't really see them that much, but I do know that on the YouTube channel, Claire, see, the only person I know like really well is Susan, but I know Claire is right now doing this whole thing with her guitar in her living room or bedroom or whatever, where she's doing songs. She actually recently released a video of singing My Name is James from James and the Giant Peach, and she did an original song recently too. They're just a bunch of good people, and I recommend you should listen to them. Anyway, next we're on to pop music. I'll be back. I have a lot of pop albums. Okay, so this is actually a miscellaneous pile of either CDs that don't stand out among the rest, or like I don't have enough of the genre to cover. Like I have like maybe 4 or 5 country albums, so we're gonna put that on the bottom. Make sure country stays with country, and we're gonna get started to finish this up. We got Franz Ferdinand. I haven't actually heard this, so I don't know what genre to put it in. Phil Collins, but seriously, I am a massive Phil Collins fan. I plan on also recording a cassette collection later on tonight, and if you see the collection, then you will see that I have a Genesis album called Invisible Touch. Then we got Brew Oyster Cult Super Hits, which yes has Don't Fear the Reaper for those of you who know the band. Then we have 2 Elvis best of compilations, The Very Best of Love, and 50 Years 50 Hits. Then we have another best of compilation for Beach Boys, and then we have one for Simon and Garfunkel, which are 2 of my favorite musicians of all time, Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel. Then we got the Carpenters Gold, Metropolis, Electropolis Volume 1, RGD 2, The Horror, The Wu-Tang Clan, Enter the Wu-Tang, Selena Gomez and the Scene, Kiss and Tell, Madonna, Like a Prayer, now that's what I call Music 45, Britney Spears, Baby One More Time, This is another new one, James Blunt, Return to Bedlam. Kesha, Animal. Lady Gaga, Born This Way. Another album that is up there with, there's up there with, called it the, She's album. Oh yeah, Love What's Left. Anyway, yeah, Love What's Left, Nimrod, and Teenage Dream. Yeah, I don't know the album name, but yeah, Katy Perry's Teenage Dream is another album that changed my life. Why? Let me go through the run list of a few of the songs. Teenage Dream, Last Friday Night, California Girls, Firework, The One That Got Away, E.T., Hummingbird Heartbeat, and Not Like the Movies. Already this is set up to be the perfect album, and it almost is. There's a few songs I don't know, but most of these songs are amazing. In fact, I recommend this to any Katy Perry fan who still has not got their hands on this album. Also, it's got a little booklet with a few pictures and the lyrics in case you don't know the lyrics. Like, you think I'm pretty without any makeup on, you think I'm funny when I tell the punchline along, I know you get me so I let my walls come down, down. God, it sounds weird when you monotone it. So I let my walls come down, down. Before you met me, I wasn't right, but things were kinda heavy. You brought me to I can't sing, I know. Okay, next we have, another album that helped shape who I am today and the type of music I'm into. And, no one can say a damn thing about it because I know literally most of the people in my audience probably like this album if they've heard it. Taylor Swift's self-titled album. This is her country album, and it was good. She did good country songs. Technically. I believe there's a few in here that are pop songs. This features my favorite Taylor Swift song was second. My first favorite is You Belong With Me, but my second favorite is Picture to Burn. Next you have this says it's American Pie, but it's not. You have Rodney Atkins, If You're Going Through Hell. Alabama. I do not have the I do not have the poster up, but I plan on putting the poster up soon. This is 40 Hour Work Week. These are album covers that I still have to put up, because I take the posters from album covers and I put them up. Let's see if there's any in. Okay, that one over there. Shit. The other rectangular one, that one right there. That is a you know what it is. It's a Bon Jovi album cover. Anyway, yeah, so that's 40 Hour Work Week. And then the last two we have are Blind Willie Johnson, Dark Was the Night, and Kelly Pickler, Small Town Girl. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification to know when I'm uploading a video, and check the link down below for Sheeza content. See you later. Bye.